Well, morning all folks. I've got my Barry White on today. This is Thursday the 7th of July. Today is the jewel in the crown, I suppose. That's what the trip's about. It's the Arctic Circle and the midnight sun. Well, it's actually the midnight light, because there ain't no sun around, I can tell you. So yeah, today just left the hotel after breakfast and we're off to the Arctic Circle. We've had one short and 2 long days to get up here, so we blasted up fast before we make the slow return trip. Slow, it's not going to be slower as such, it's just longer. Takes more time because you're island hopping, ferry hopping. It's the beautiful part of Norway that we've got to come. It's hard to imagine that this is the visually relatively uninteresting part, because from what I've seen so far, it's lovely. If you want an analogy, this what we've done so far is like doing from Inverness to John O'Groats up the east coast, and then going across the top and then coming down the rugged west coast. So Norway is a little bit like Scotland, but magnified in terms of length and height and drama. So loads to look forward to. But today is a 50-mile hop up north to the Arctic Circle Centre, which is a building that was put on the position of the Arctic Circle at 66 degrees 30 minutes north. Now, since they built it, the Earth has shifted on its axis. So the actual true Arctic Circle is about, reports vary from 450 to 2 kilometres north of where they've actually built the centre. So it wasn't future-proofed. But it's the thing to do, to just go north of it, wherever it is. So I'm going to do that, and then I might well come back, find a pharmacy and get some Vicks Sinex or some other crap to try and sort my nose out. Yesterday it was okay, it was a bit bunged up but dry, and this morning it started streaming again. Not a nice thought if you're just having your breakfast, but it's just a bit of bad luck that I've got this on this tour. If you're in a car, it's not too bad because you can just reach for the tissues while you're driving. It's a bit more difficult on this. So it's about 50 miles up to the Arctic Circle Centre. I think we're going to have a group photograph. 50 miles just feels like a very short hop today. Brought my mid-layer with me in case I need it. Okay at the moment. Managed to find a decent restaurant last night. I think it was called Number 3. Well, I know it was called Number 3. And I did read and see on other people's YouTube videos that they do an absolutely stunning mojito. I just had a normal beer, just one. I had a couple in the hotel, courtesy of Austin, for one and me the other. So I went down to Number 3 after walking around town. Very sleepy, not much going on at all. But I popped in there and saw 3 of the other lads. So I joined them and had a real nice but predictable burger. Always have burgers if they're on the menu. And this was smothered in blue cheese with excellent chips. and all for about 21 or 22 pounds. So once again, everything's pretty well double. But hey ho. If you want cheap, go somewhere else, because you're not going to beat this for scenery, I'm sure. So anyway, I'll finish now after my morning ramble, and catch up with you later when, if nothing else crops up, we'll be at the Arctic Circle Centre. So, ta-ta for now. Still haven't seen a moose. Hey! And into the rain. What a difference a hill makes. That's the first. Just had a car overtake 10 of us. He must have somewhere to get sharpish. Ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway to the Arctic Circle now from the hotel. As you can see, the weather has become very Norwegian, with light rain, grey skies and all of that. They've actually got snow at the side of the road now. That feels like the Arctic Circle now. This is it then, folks. This is the Arctic Circle. I wouldn't want to live here. Would you? .66 degrees, 33 north. Look at this lot here. Well folks, we've made it. Ah, would you mind? Lovely stuff.
No apologies or sensitive.
Thanks, Martin.
I took two.
Nice one.
Park mine just here and get that up there. Passing all the fucking cars.
Yeah, that's yeah, looks decent, doesn't it?
It?
Yes, absolutely.
In front of it.
Martin's done me actually, thanks ever so much. Yeah, he was kind enough to take a snap, so oh, it's a bit miserable today, isn't it? Yes, I'm fine, thanks. No.
If you want.
Have you? Well, I'm going to go straight back after this and go to a pharmacy and get tooled up, yeah. Okay. Then I'll stay in the warm, I think.
Okay. Let's just go behind the building.
Yep.
If we do all that now, then we won't get told.
That's right. Right, so there we go. We're just going up to the centre now to get a photo. And we'll have a look about. Then I'm going back to the hotel. machine up the Arctic. What do I need to do now? I think I might get my interlayer, if I can find where to put that. Is it in here? I've got a choice of two, and am I right? No, of course not. Well, that was a welcome stop anyway. I'm pleased it wasn't 120 miles away. Come on, there we go. Right, you and me, baby. And we're going back in the warm to get booted and suited. Right, you can come too, you pair. If I'm disrobing, I'm going to do it in the dry. Could do with a little shelter, couldn't I, really, outside? I was going to buy a t-shirt, but they've got nothing bigger than medium. Just small and medium. I think all the extra larges obviously been sold. Gloves are cold. They've not wet. Oh, let's take the glasses off. I'll shut up for a minute while I do this. Svartisen, the second largest glacier on the Norwegian mainland, is situated on the Arctic Circle in Saltfjellet, Svartisen National Park. In summer you can take a 20-minute boat ride. This is summer. Right, that's a hotel sorted. Directions, hour and 4, 50 miles. Thank goodness for phones, eh? Hold on. Oh, I hate it when I do that. It's a safety thing if you leave your stand down when you go into gear. It'll kill the engine. Still a tad damp. So before I start heading back, I've got to remember to ride on the right. I've got to go up the road a couple of miles to actually go over the Arctic Circle, because I'm not quite there by a couple of kilometres. So I'm properly inside now, because I've done another 3, coming up 4 miles on top of the Arctic Circle Centre. So I'm going to chuck a Yui. I'm going to pull in here, because for some reason there's a car park here. See, there's something up there. Archaeological sites, some old stones. If I was in the mood for a walk, or I've got knobbly ties on, I'll be up there like a ferret up my trouser leg. Rat up a drain pipe. Off a shovel. How many more can you think of? It's been one easy day and 2 pretty tough days to get up here, blasting away. So it's within reach of anybody, isn't it? And whilst this might not appeal to a great many people, you've got to admit that the chances that you've got to explore with the machinery you've got available and the facilities of the roads, don't you get some places? It's fantastic. How many miles have I done now? 1,320. And it's more than 1,320 to get home, because we're going back the long way round, in and out the fields, twisty routes going right the way down to Bergen, not just going straight back to Oslo, we're going right down as far as Bergen and across to Oslo. So we're going to be up to I reckon maybe a shade under 3,500 miles when we finish. So done 1300 and I've got another 2000 to go. That's amazing. Is it not the Svartisen? I'm gonna have a look down here anyway. Let's see what's down here. Wowzers. Oh, this road seems to have stopped. There's a rickety bridge. Oh, fiddlesticks. Wouldn't that be nice to canoe down there? Wouldn't have to do much work, would you? Just so many of these rivers. Right. Svartisen Glacier, that's got a glacier on it. Yeah. Right, have some of that. Oh, didn't pick my glove up, did I? No. I would have noticed. Getting grubby now, she is. I call her she. Ain't got a name though. Gert, that'll do. Oh, yep. Looks like Johnson's resigning then. Eventually taking the hint. That's what I want. Arctic Circle Raceway 4. Well, I can have a look at that, don't I? Don't know what it is or whether you can get up to it, or if you can see anything when you get there. But it's a racetrack up in the Arctic. We shall see, won't we? tactful socket. Couture for singlet, I'll be sure to, thank you. Right, next. It's been pretty relentless today, isn't it? But hats off to the rucker gear. Nothing's got through my jacket or trousers. Nothing at all. 2 and a bit miles, there's a turn that goes down the track to Svartisen where you can pick the boat up, go across the lake and have a look at the glacier. At the end of the lake you've got a walk of a couple of 3 kilometres apparently to see the start of the glacier. I may not make it all the way to the end as there might not be much point. Cool, another good canoeing river. Find a gear, boy. Visibility is pretty poor now. Visor's covered in rain inside and out, glasses are covered in rain. So I'll take it a bit gingerly. Definitely when I've finished this I'm going to go back to the hotel, call it a day. I think I've done pretty well really considering I feel a bit ropey. There you go. Bet not many have been down there. I bet the boat isn't running either. This has got to be the dirt track, isn't it? Yeah. Surely be to goodness. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll give this a swerve. They've chained it off anyway. So you'd have to walk down there. Well, I'm pleased enough about that. It's a little bit soft. If I had knobbly tyres I'd be alright, wouldn't I? So yeah, worth a look. Anyway, the reverse of the route isn't going to be that interesting, so I'm going to Foxtrot Oscar. That's what I've been looking through. I wonder I couldn't see bugger all. These Norwegian fellas out of the way. See how this works. Oh, it's still recording. Okay, so I'm back in the room now after that very wet day out. Relentless rain, wasn't it? You saw it, you know what it was like. Everything that's been pouring. So anyway, I'm going to get out of these wet things and see what's to do. Okay, laters, bye.